Hey guys, this is Ryan Blair here at Halo Inc. and this is part 3 of our print cut CNC template. So we've already set up our bleed, we've set up our cut file, we've got registration marks on there, and looking at this, we're going to need 2 runs of these, and obviously we aren't utilizing our material to the full potential. So after thinking about it for a minute, I decided we could figure out a better way to nest these. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my registration marks and I'm going to pull them out. And so all I'm going to do is just move them over there like so. And if we take a look at our file here, we could rotate this and we're going to try to get all 200 up on this sheet. And so if we rotate it sideways, we aren't quite there, but we also aren't using half of the material. So since these were transformed, it's basically just this, and these other ones aren't necessarily there yet. So we're going to do object up here, and we're going to expand it. And then just go ahead and click OK with the fill and stroke. And if you were to click off and click back on, they're all grouped. So we're going to do Control-Shift-G to ungroup. And now what we're going to do is select, whoops, we're going to do another ungroup. So we can select just this right hand row that's falling off. And what we're going to do is hold shift and rotate, whoops, not that far, just horizontally. And so we could stack it up on top like so. And we still aren't at half of the material, so now we can just go ahead and select all those. We're going to hold down Alt, and we are going to also hold down Shift once we click, and we're going to copy those up like so. Now we are using the full sheet of material to get the full 200 yield. So at this point, all we need to do is go back and put in our registration marks in those random locations. So we're just going to grab all 4 and just drop them in randomly. Last one, and we'll drop it in right there. That's looking pretty good. And again, if we turn off our print, we got all our cuts on one layer, we got our reg marks on another layer. So now it's time to save. So what we're going to do first is we're going to turn off our cut layer, but we're going to leave the print and registration marks on. We're going to go to our Artboards over here on the left, and now we fill out the job information from Corebridge. So this is 9321-product 13, and for the size we're going to put in 4 inches wide by 2/5 for 2.5 inches. Material, this is Sintra. So, S-A-N-T-R-A. Description, we're going to copy it directly from the order, which the order wasn't that descriptive, so we're just going to call this 10% off catering, because that's what it is. And at this point, we copy the customer name, and we paste in the customer name at the end of the artboard name here. Okay, so again, right now we're just exporting the print and the registration marks as one piece. So we're going to do a Control-Alt-E to export for screens. We can go ahead and turn off JPEG here, make sure we got our artboard selected, and now we're going to put it into the correct order folder. So this will go into CB orders, and we're going to go to 9321, which is the order, and we're going to put this into the production folder. Select folder, export artboard. So since there is a CNC file associated with this, we're going to go back up to the root of the order folder, and we're going to create a new folder called CNC. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back in, and we're going to turn off the print layer, and we're just going to leave cut and registration marks on here like so. And then if we come back over, actually we forgot to do print 1 on that, so we can go back and change that. We're going to change the P to a C, CNC, I'm sorry. and plug in number 1 because there's just one file to CNC. So again, we Control-Alt-E to export for screen. All the settings should be the same from last time. Now we're going to direct this to our CNC folder, like so. Export the artboard. Now we're good to go. And I'm actually going to go back into production and change that P- to P-1. That way large format knows to print just one of those. So now that that's all set, we're good to start production on this. So now we could go ahead and come to the order, and we're going to switch it from proof approved to in production. Thanks for watching.